If you're trying to impress others, you've already lost. Now, what does this mean? This means that when you try to do something, you are seeking the approval of others, their external validation to make yourself feel better about yourself. I'm guilty of this. I'm sure you guys are guilty of doing something along these lines. We've all done something to impress our friends, our parents, or people that we know. And I feel like maturing now, I realize it's really not that important to impress others. What you should be doing is impressing yourself. Now, most people will do something as they seek approval from others. That's human nature. A lot of people will try to achieve something just for the sole purpose of impressing others. I'm guilty of this, especially as a child and a teenager. I'll do something to impress my friends, my family, or peers that I know. In reality, this external validation from people that we know doesn't really matter in the long run. It's really not that important. In 10 years from now, how impactful will that be? You should do things to impress yourself at the end of the day. There shouldn't be things for you trying to impress others. It should be solely for you. I can think of an example of this that applies to you and everyone else. You go to the gym, and the motivation for you to go to the gym is not to impress others, it's to make yourself healthier, make yourself stronger, be more confident. That is the importance of going to the gym. You're not going to the gym to be like, guys, look how big I am, I'm as cool as everyone else, or I'm stronger than you. It's for yourself. And if you go to the gym to work out with others, or be like, oh, I'm the strongest person that I know, or whatever, you're gonna be constantly competing against others, where in fact you should be competing against yourself to improve. I know people personally, the sole reason that they work out is to fit in, or to be like, oh, I'm as strong as this person, or I really want to look like this person. You're gonna be constantly chasing an unattainable image, especially when people aspire towards bodybuilders that are on steroids. The message I'm trying to convey here, boys, is that seeking approval from others or doing something to gain the approval of others will be a constant uphill battle, as you're constantly going to be seeking their approval, and they'll be changing the goalposts every single time, or they'll be like, oh, that's good, or why haven't you done this? Because in reality, they're not the ones doing the actual hardship. They're just saying, oh, that's alright, bro, like, etc. You gotta be motivated for your own things, because it's gonna be a constant uphill battle if you're trying to seek the approval of others. And now, once you seek the approval of others, you might think, oh, well, that's it. And then you get complacent and you think, oh, that's fine, you can stop doing what you're doing and fall into mediocrity. And for me, I'm not okay with being mediocre. Especially as I've gotten older now and I've realized that you're competing against every single person in the world to be successful. If you just want to sit on your arse all day, fine by me. But for me to do that, I will be mediocre, or even worse than mediocre. I want to be successful. And I really think you guys want to be successful as well if you're watching this video. I personally know friends and family that are doing certain things at uni or trying to get into certain uni courses because their parents want them to do certain pathways. And I think this is the dumbest mindset you can have, and it just shows the character of these people. No disrespect to them, but if you are listening to your parents and saying, oh, well, I want to impress my parents, or I want to do this, you're going to be constantly trying to impress people your whole life, and it's going to be a constant uphill battle, and you won't be happy with what you're doing, especially when you're doing something that you don't enjoy just to impress people. I couldn't imagine a life like that, just constantly going to the gym to impress others, or doing a job to impress others. I'd hate it. Every single day I'd be like, oh, well, I got to impress this person, or I got to impress. You should be impressing yourself, guys. You should be doing what you want to do, because that's how you're going to impress yourself. If I wanted to sit on my ass all day because my friends and family all said, oh, dude, that'd be pretty impressive if you sat on your ass all day, that'd be the saddest thing ever, man. Likewise, this same idea comes with if your friends or family say, oh, well, you can't do this or you can't do that. You should not listen to them. You should listen to your own advice, whether you want to start a business. For example, with my YouTube channel, I've had plenty of people saying, oh, well, that's not going to be successful. Dude, I've already got 3,000 subs and I still don't even know what I'm doing. I haven't got an editor, I haven't got anything like that. My upload schedule's been poor, but I'm still succeeding in what I'm doing because I'm trying. And I think it's really important when you impress yourself, you're going to impress others at the end of the day, because everyone will be like, oh, well, you know, this guy sucks 2 years from now. Oh man, that's so impressive, congrats bro. Everyone's want to be your friend, dude. But impressing yourself is the most important thing. Because in order to impress others, which I don't personally care about anymore as I've gotten to this age, but everyone else will become impressed after you've impressed yourself. Simple as that. When you try to impress someone, in reality, they don't really care. And I'm guilty of this myself. When one of my friends have done something amazing, obviously I do care to an extent, but at the end of the day, it is not as important to me as it is important to them. For example, if my friend were to get, if one of my friends were to get into med school, I mean, yeah, good for them, man, I'm proud of them. But in reality, I don't really care. Like, obviously, good for them, but you know what I mean? Or one of my friends gets into law, like, good on them, bro. But that achievement is far more beneficial for them than for me. And obviously, what I'm saying is that these people obviously didn't do that for me, but I'm just giving an example of people achieving something. And if they did achieve that, whether they wanted to go into med because their parents said, oh man, you should go into med. In 5 years from now, your parents won't really care if you're making money from other things or if you're succeeding in other ventures. They just want you to do well, as that's how they deem success. If one of my friends were to achieve something, let's just say they came first in a sporting competition, I really wouldn't care that much. Obviously, I'd be supportive to them, but at the end of the day, it's less important to me than to them. And if you are doing something that is less important to you but more important to someone else, you've lost. Now, obviously, we all do certain things to impress others, and I think it's really important that we get rid of this idea that we got to impress others. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to impress yourself and you're trying to achieve for yourself. You're not trying to achieve for others. As long as you get this mindset right, you will succeed. I think it's really important not to do something for others. Just because other people are telling you what to do, you shouldn't be doing it. If you're able to take one thing away from this video, is follow your passions and don't listen to what others say. Because as soon as you start listening to what others tell you to do, you're gonna fail, bro. You're gonna be thinking, oh, well, I gotta do this because this is what this person said. And obviously we can take advice on the way, and I think it's really important to reflect on what we're doing. But if we say, oh, if someone told me, Kyle, man, you shouldn't be filming your YouTube videos on a camera, you should be using your iPhone, or you should be using this or that. If you keep listening to everyone's advice, you're not gonna know what to do. Obviously, advice is helpful. Someone might say, hey man, you should add a backdrop to your video, or you should add this, or you should add that. At the end of the day, you should follow your own judgment, because that's the most important. Anyways, boys, it's been a pleasure as always, trying to get this video out as soon as possible. See ya. Mate, if you're still here, click the latest video, and if you're not subscribed, if you're not liked the video, not shared the video, what are you doing? Alright, see you later, boys.